Hey guys, this is Austin with Austin and Leo Wizard content here. Sorry if you can't hear me too well. It's windy outside. I'm at the dog park. I'm over here with my dogs. So you can see the camera, they all just playing. Oh, they're playing like crazy. I can't flip the screen right now. So one thing I wanted to talk about that's a problem with WIZARD101. It's a huge problem. It's been happening forever. One huge problem with WIZARD101 is that my accounts keep getting suspended, like for no reason at all. So I'm just going to describe what has happened in the past. So recently, my Aaliyah account has got suspended for 7 days for inappropriate language. Mind you, I don't use inappropriate language when I'm talking to people in comments. I try to keep it PG-13. I try to keep at least, in-game chat family friendly. So we were talking about cars, right? So one of my dream cars that I always wanted was probably like a Mustang. Maybe like I want like a Mustang convertible, for an example. I really like cars. One of my biggest goals at the end of the year is probably to get like a Mustang, or possibly, if I really save up for 2 years, my dream car would be like a C5 Corvette. It'd be like a 1998 to 2004 kind of model with little flipper lights. I love those. Gotta have the moon roof. That's something that I kind of want to get. Right now, I'm driving a Ram and a Kia Soul. My Kia Soul, I'm running around with the check engine light. If you guys are mechanics or anything like that, it needs a new catalytic converter. And when I flip my switch to hot and cold, it's making grinding sounds like in the AC vent somewhere. I don't know, somewhere in the HVAC system. But anyways, we were talking about cars, and I was talking about getting a new one, and we were talking for like maybe 20-30 minutes about cars. People were telling me like how they got like a Nissan Skyline, and somebody's got like a Mustang with like some kind of big, I don't know, some kind of big engine in there that gives it like 800 horsepower, like a 04 model, like Mustang it was, something like that. So we're talking about that, like 3, 4, 5 of us, talking about cars we were liking and kind of stuff. And I was telling them about how some of the newer cars, they got problems. The new trucks I'm seeing nowadays, like anything past 2019, I would not recommend getting. But at least it does come with a warranty. The main problem is like the new trucks, right? So I got a 2017 Ram 1500. I love it. It's easy to work on, easy to mod. There is a little bit of problems that I kind of don't really like with it. I don't like how the oil filter is on top of like where the engine bay is, like under the hood. It's not like underneath the car itself. I don't like that part. But that's just one thing. And a lot of newer trucks, they're not having like metal underneath, like metal like coverage for like the pipes and stuff, like all important stuff, like protection. It's all plastic now, all plastic. So we were talking in the comments about that, and I was just about to tell them that my Kia Soul, when I turned to hot to cold, it makes that sound, of course. And I noticed it said someone got logged on your account. And I was like, did I just get banned or something? Like, what's going on here? I didn't know what was going on. And it seems to find out. I checked my email. I got suspended for 7 days for inappropriate language. Now, I don't know about you guys, but talking about cars without saying any bad foul language, talking about cars, about my favorite cars, and what cars not to get, does that sound like inappropriate language to you guys? We're just having a friendly conversation about vehicles here. I mean, we're in game chat, you know what I mean? There's people across the world that are fun to chat to. We're not talking about anything bad. We're not calling anybody names. We're just talking about cars. If cars was so bad, then why is Hot Wheels out for kids? Why is Hot Wheels a video game? One. There's a couple Hot Wheels games out there. Why is that? There's no problem with cars, man. I mean, there's even car mounts in the WIZARD101. It makes no damn sense why they do this shit. I could tell you, my hat about flew off. I could tell you about 4 times I've gotten muted or suspended for bullshit on WIZARD101. Let me talk to you about another one. Okay. So if you guys are not familiar, when you turn level 130, there's a gear called Dragoon gear, right? So the Dragoon gear is when you're level 130, you go down to the Wizard City stores and you can craft. There's a recipe vendor. I had somebody specifically ask me, where is the recipe vendor at for Dragoon gear? I was telling them, I said, it's in a hole in the wall in Wizard City sewers. There's a guy with Dragoon gear. And as soon as I said that, I got suspended for a week immediately for inappropriate language. Now, excuse me, Kingsisle, but no, what is up with your automatic chat detection systems? Are you guys that fucking lazy? No offense, excuse my language, but are you guys that damn lazy to the point where you laid off all your employees years ago and replaced them with an AI chat system that does not give a fair chance to their users? I should not have to contact KI every single time I get inappropriately suspended for just talking friendly or wanting to help you. And before this one, my last recent one was when KI had their last free membership. They had the last free membership. And let me tell you this. There was a lot of new players that was coming into WIZARD101. I was a huge helper. I was training them. I was learning them. I was setting up their decks. So I logged into my death max, right? It was like level 160 at the time before Wallaroo came out. I logged into my death just specifically to help with the deck. And the gear too, because like the reason why I do that is I log into my death, I go to the bazaar, I click usable, and I look at the the levels, and I say, hey, buy this gear, buy that gear, buy this piece, buy that piece. Now you're set up in your gear for at least decent stats. Now let's set your deck up. And I was literally at one of the schools, like let's say it was ice school or something. We were trying to tell him to learn the tower shield at like level 16, because he was like level 25 or 30, something like that. I was like, all right. I was like, add some vampires, add some Thanes, add, a couple blades in, add this. And right out in the middle, I was telling him that. They kicked me off and said I got suspended for inappropriate language. Or I can't remember, it was either that or muted me for 24 hours for inappropriate language. Now, keep in mind, I specifically logged on this account just to help this guy. And I was only logged on for like 10 minutes. For the bazaar and helping him learn his spells and get his spell pass correct. Because he's a new wizard, player, and I wanted to help him. And I got suspended for that. Or muted, I can't remember. It was 24 hours or 1 day, whatever it was. On my Death Max account, Austin. I mean, come on, guys. Like, fix your shit. Like, I should not be getting falsely accused of inappropriate language or falsely accused of pretty much saying bad words, and I'm not. I'm just helping people, and I'm having friendly conversations. I'm not bullying anybody. I'm not complaining about any bad stuff, like any bad words. I'm not saying F this or F that. I'm not saying none of that stuff. And then this time, I know for a fact I got suspended. I was on Aaliyah as well. I was on that count. This was years ago. I had a friend I was talking with who was in the house, and they had a s'mores pet. Well, not a s'mores pet. It was a marshmallow pet from Caramel, right? So Caramel, there's like a little marshmallow pet that's like the fire spell, the flame spell, whatever, the marshmallow gets teleported. So I was on it and was talking about it. Then I said, oh, I like your pet, man. I says, your pet looks like it'd be good with some drizzled chocolate with some graham crackers. I was talking about s'mores, right? Talking about food. We talk about food here. PG-13, we talk about food. Talking about s'mores, because I love s'mores. I like being outdoors. Sometimes, I like going, out hikes. I'm out in the park, literally out in the park. All you see is woods around. I'm in a dog park with my dogs right now. You see that? And I got suspended for inappropriate language for saying my friend's pet looked delicious because it is a food item. It is a marshmallow. I don't know what's going on here, but honestly, the way I see it, if you're playing Kingsisle and you talk, doesn't matter which way, specifically you're being friendly, being helpful, you're going to get suspended regardless. And it is not fair, because why should you get punished for trying to be helpful or help somebody, or just having a friendly conversation with somebody with no problem? Like, that's what online MMO is for, is having a friend base, finding a player base, building groups, having a community, coming out together and just doing stuff like battles, raids, doing all that stuff. Why should we get suspended? And I know I'm not the only one. That's doing this stuff. Like, and I know one thing too about Kingsisle that I know about some of their punishments. A lot of it's unfair. I know some of you guys may or may not know about the 10-year mutes. Like, come on, bro. Like, imagine you're 10 years old, right? You're 10 years old, you're in the commons, you don't really have any maturity, don't have, like, nothing. You're a kid. Just like in elementary school, for an example, right? Kid, elementary school, you're being stupid. You're just like chicken butt or something like that, like chicken butt, like in comments, and boop, you got muted for 10 years because of inappropriate language. Guess what? By the time you get unmuted, you're gonna be 20 years old. You're gonna have a kid. You're probably gonna be married. You're gonna be working your ass off. You're not even gonna give a shit about Wizard 101 anymore. So tell me, why are they doing 10-year mutes? Like, it's not fair. Like, it's dumb as hell. Like anybody that gets muted constantly gets mad. They're just making a new account. The punishment doesn't really do anything. It just stops you from talking. They just make another account immediately, and they'll check to see if that account can talk. Because sometimes, Kingsisle, I kid you not, they will use what I call IP infections. So their punishment system, they will infect your IP address. So any account that you log into could be instantly 10-year muted, or could be instantly banned. There is a way around it. I'm not going to tell you guys that yet, but there is a way around that IP address ban, or what I call MAC address ban or infection on your account. So, you know, I'm in the middle of, like, right now fighting with my support ticket because I should not be suspended on my account for 7 days for talking about cars in a friendly manner and saying, hey, this is what car I like to get. You know, if you guys are car guys, try to stay away from these cars because they're having, you know, lifter tick problems like Chevrolets and Fords, all the new stuff nowadays. Every car is going to have a problem. They're all going to break down. Does that sound inappropriate language to you guys? Does it to me? But anyways, I'm going to get off here. I'm going to enjoy playing with my little dogs here in the dog park. I got my wife with me, and we're having fun. Take care, guys. Be careful. KI is always watching. Their automatic detection safe system is stupid. It should be taken out. It's giving players an advantage, and it's actually losing player base. Because players feel like they want to come on the game, they want to have friendly chats with their friends and fight dungeons and stuff and do battles, and they can't. Because they're always feeling like there's somebody in the sky watching down on them 24/7, no matter what they do, no matter what they say, no matter how they act, good, bad. You could be the best damn happiest person on Wizard 101, the friendliest person, and you still get punished. It does not make sense, but it happens. It's happened to me about 4 times in a row. And I know damn well their system is stupid. And you can agree with me all you want. It does not do its purpose too well, I can tell you that. So I see all day long, I see in comments, I see foul language all day long. People calling people names and all kinds of slurs and stuff. They don't get banned, they don't get muted, they don't never have any problems. But when somebody like me has a friendly conversation with people, I get inappropriate language, but yet they're not getting inappropriate language. And we send them reports all the time, and it does nothing at all. Nothing. So please fix your system, man. Take it out of the game, something. Like, it's just terrible. But anyways, guys, I'm gonna go, and I'll see you on the next adventure.